This third world. You come over here with that nonsense. Find somebody else. When you're over here messing with my Whot people, these my Whot people. I know y'all excited. I know y'all mad and angry. You're listening to your leaders and making big dollars on this system. Don't even come over to my page. These my Whot people. You need to go find. But you know what? Don't mess with my black people neither. Don't mess with my Blick. No, it's Blick. It's Blick. It's Blick, right? It's Blick. It's not. Yeah. Don't come over here. No, there's plenty of Whot people in the world. You can go find you some other ones somewhere else. But these mine on my page, you ain't gonna be over here shaming. All right, we gotta have a few little discussions today. Morning, everybody. I gotta warn you, I'm on too much coffee, so you may not want to watch this. Wild goose chase, the world gone crazy, mass producing test tube babies. Everybody done gone crazy. Ooh, we're the most privileged nation in the world. Start talking about privileges. Oh, I love y'all to death. I love y'all. Y'all are crazy as hell. You know what? I love all the slogans. Boom, boom. I'm not ready. Hang on. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Wild goose chase. Mass producing test tube babies. Don't be a test tube baby. Chemicals in the food to control the population. Y'all listen to the words of this song? You can't even hear it. I know I can't play it because unfortunately, copyright violations. I figured out how to stay out of Facebook jail. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Ooh, who is that? Steel Pulse. Ooh, they just give me chills in the bones. They remember things. Ooh, let me ask y'all a question. I gotta ask y'all a question real quick while I bring YouTube into the fray. What would be the state of the world if George Soros decided not to call it Black Lives Matter, but just to call it Human Life Matters? And they didn't have a slogan that's fight the white people, but the slogan was give the land back to the people, and I ain't taking my land to the people of my opposite race, get their land too. What if that was a slogan? What if George Soros did that with the slogan? Would you actually have a solution in a group and a solution right there in the message? What's wrong with people? People don't have land. That's what's wrong with people. The slaves knew that. That's why they said 40 acres and a mule. 40 acres and a mule, 40 acres and a mule. Not white privilege. They didn't say nothing about white supremacy, white guilt, white fragility, any of the nonsense that y'all done been given to by ignorant leaders. The same ignorant ones I can't stop fussing about. These professors that are not professors that have not figured the system out. White guilt, white fragility. Any of the nonsense that y'all done given to by ignorant. Shut up, man. Shut up. If you ain't figured this out yet, how the world works. If you hadn't figured out that you're not gonna screw nails with a wrench. If you ain't figured that out yet, then I don't know what to tell you. You shouldn't be a professor. You should be do they still got the people that break up the rocks, the boulder breakers? You shouldn't be a professor professing to children. You need to go back to school and learn and educate yourself back to what the slaves knew. All right, you about 300 years behind in education. You need to be busting the Shifero up. I don't even know what Shifero is. Don't even ask me. It was a saying from my children. They said, you built the bus up the Shifero. It was one of them. Might have been on Roots. All right, anyway, let me get the title in here, right? You know, you go fight, and you going over there, you fight the white people somewhere else. You ain't gonna fight them. I will defend every last white person on my page. And I'm gonna defend every last black person on my page. I'm gonna defend the yellow people on my page. You wanna shame people into hating themselves, you need to go somewhere else and learn how the world works. I am sick and tired. I got a whole book list on my page. If you have no idea how the world works, you need to read that book list. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, hey everybody, how y'all doing? How your mama doing? How your mama doing? Like I said, I had to warn you, I've had way too much coffee. My schedules are off because I'm getting back to slavery. I I was hoping slavery would end, but nah, slavery ain't ended. We getting back to slavery soon. So that's why I got the nice shirts on. Y'all like my nice wrinkled shirt? I have not figured out how to iron yet. I'm gonna get to that in a little bit, but we got to get slavery back going. So now I got to get up early in the morning. So my schedule is off. I'm drinking tea, and now I just got my first cup of coffee. So this might be a little weird. Okay, this might be a little weird. You'll see me zooming on my drug, my coffee addiction. Ooh, there we go. There go YouTube. How y'all doing this morning? We got the white people and the black people all there here together. Everybody is together now. We can have a discussion. We need to talk about this privilege thing. We need to, I know it's going to upset a few people, but we need to have a real academic discussion on whether or not you can go to the United States Incorporated and make America great again. They're two different things. Or if you can go to the people that bomb people all over this planet and ain't got two cares about nobody with a Guantanamo and ask them to make somebody's life matter. It's not gonna happen. They don't care. They don't care. It's not their job. You would never get Coke cheering Pepsi. It's not gonna happen. Coke ain't never because Coke tastes better. All right. I gotta tell you something. Because I'm putting stuff together in my head. I know. Oh, Gerard, yeah, he is on coffee. Yeah, he is. I know. Oh Lord. All you gotta worry about is the rats that are getting off the ship. That's all. Focus on the rat. Focus on the rats that are getting off the ship. Now let me change the music and we will get into it. Hopefully y'all are doing good this morning. We do gotta talk. I don't understand. I know you wanted to be my friend. You thought we was all gonna get together in black solidarity. It's solidarity or something like that. Nah, that's not gonna happen. That's the name of a beast. It was given to a group of human beings, spiritual creatures, that they need to make into little monsters to go carry heavy things and bust up the Schiffer Road, grow some cotton and stuff. They did it to the Irish people. They did it to the Egyptian people. They do it to everybody's people. So I have no interest in joining your slave group to fight for freedom and democracy. And within, a democracy requires white privilege. You know that, right? Hang on, let me do this. It doesn't just require white privilege. It requires parent privilege. It requires class privilege. It requires religion privilege. You're never going to get rid of privilege in a system that requires privilege like that. And this is the thing that gets me is why I love to talk about think about things from a principle basis, right? Let me show you this picture here. I was looking at this and I was just processing in my head. So how are we going to get rid of privilege? Like, do you realize they built this system? The rats that are getting off the ship right there, they built the system based in this pyramid. You understand what this pyramid is telling you? You can take out the word class and you can just put the word privilege, okay? And that was given to you by families, family privilege. Why did they give you a system and they sent you off to go fight the other classes and the other skins and the other people with the feet and whatever else that they got? Because they wanted to keep you as a slave. And as long as you were fighting white privilege in a system that requires white privilege, black privilege, depending on where you're born, Asian privilege, no immigrant privilege, sometimes immigrant privilege, if you can pick them strawberries a little faster than everybody else, everybody has privilege. You're not going to go to a democracy and ask to get rid of anybody's privilege because the system is based in conflict. A conflict-based system requires that they take resources from one and give them to the other. Me, I just say focus on the land. Focus on the land. If somebody came in, was George Soros and the rest of his crew, the Black Caucus, whoever else was with him, decided we need to come up with a group just to make sure nothing changes. And somebody trolled him and said, nah, we're gonna call this group Give the Land Back Matters. Humans with ecosystems matter. Humans, when they have ecosystems, they become fantastic things. But they need to give you something to make sure that you don't change nothing. Like, I was listening to the mayor of Atlanta, and she was talking, and she said a lot of deep, powerful things. She said, y'all need to stop burning buildings down. Y'all need to stop acting a fool out here. And I was like, yeah, sister, get them. She's saying powerful things. She's like, you want to make a change in your world? Get out there and vote. I was like, whoa, hang on. I was like, hang on, sister. I don't even know her name. And I'm just like, wait a minute. You telling people that they're going to change the system doing what we've always done, right? We literally rode here on vote car, on vote fuel, on vote road, heading towards vote. And this is where we end up. Now, That's why I see everything as controlled opposition, and the slaves from way back knew a hell of a lot more than everybody else that's leading all these ignorant groups. You will not get rid of a privilege in a privilege-based system. You might swap it. You might swap it if that's what you want to do. But then again, that makes you a slave master. So you just need to come out the closet and let us know what you believe. You're not trying to end the plantation. You just want to be on top of it, right? And this is not a new system. Does anybody get what I'm saying? You understand why I don't like democracy? You understand why now I'm really listening to what Plato was saying about this nonsense? All the friends I know that are anarchists, they said they posting pictures of their gardens. They're not posting the riots. They're not posting the fights nor the protests. They're posting pictures of their gardens. All the anarchists are at home, respecting everybody else. That's why I say if you gave any of these silly groups that slogan, give me my land back, give the people the land back, and I'm not taking my land till Botanic Hunter gets his, Gina get hers. I don't care what her skin color is, if she's a hair woman, man, grown, baby, child, Jeannie, Robert Walton, until everybody gets their land back, I'm not taking mine because I don't want any sort of privilege. I want equitable distribution. When you distribute that land equally, everybody got land and water, you freed the human race. When the human race is free, then we can have a discussion about what do y'all want to do above and beyond that. Until you get the basics right, I think you're wasting everybody's time. That's what I think. That's what I think. So no, you will not be shaming white people on my page, and you ain't gonna shame no black people on my page neither, because the billionaire families made all these people, and they made the classifications in groups, and everybody became who they are based on what their families handed them. Focus on family privilege, grow the hell up, or going out there with these professors at these collegiate universities. They need to be busting up the shift road because they ain't worth a bag of salt. Actually, salt is important in the apocalypse, though, isn't it? You're supposed to eat a lot of salt. So no, I'm not gonna say I yell at y'all. I watched a few things. I thought a few things were interesting. So we might go through the last 24 hours of what's happening in crazy world. One thing I'm gonna say is I need to be clear on one message. Man told you, you're gonna put the National Guard on the street. You need to really kind of think about the consequences and repercussions of your actions. You are already in a terrorist group. You're already, everybody's Antifa, first of all, number one, because this is America. You can't prove that you're not. That's why they made those laws. That's why they made the terrorist laws. Who is that? Christine? Christine can't prove she's not Antifa. The only thing she can say is, I ain't in America, leave me alone. And that didn't work for Assange. They went over there to get his butt, and they're gonna get him too. You can't prove that you're not Antifa, so you need to be very careful about cheering behind. Yes, we need to get the National Guard on the street. When the National Guard hits the street, they will not be leaving. I promise you that. That is a promise. You can save this and replay it back in my face later. I have no problems being wrong. I will laugh at you with me being wrong. But once they get that National Guard on the street, they're not going to take them off. They're going to take the people off, the little girl holding the gun, the AR-15, the M16, and the man in the truck. They're going to take them people, but the uniforms going to stay there. They're going to create a new department. It's going to be called the Department of Americans Dumb as Hell. That's what it's going to be called, because police states don't give up that power. Empires need police states. They don't not need police states. No politicians are fighting that. They all need it. Once they get that National Guard on the street, they ain't never going to leave. They're going to turn in checkpoints for the cuckoo virus. They're going to turn in checkpoints for we need to steal your things that you have. Remember the NDAA? Remember the NDAA, the law that Obama passed because he loved you so much that said you don't actually own anything in times of emergency? We gonna take everything you got. And Trump didn't change that, did he? No, he didn't change it. Like I said, they all work for the United States Incorporated. They're gonna do whatever makes them money, which means they own every damn thing from the land to your jewelry, to your shoes, to your house, your car, your gold, your weapons, your guns, your gardens, and your potatoes. Okay? They own it all, and they'll take it all. And they'll put checkpoints out there to take it all. So you need to be very careful where you stand. Why are you being a riot sympathizer? I'm not sympathizing with the riots, but I'm praying for them. I'm praying for the rioters right now. And I'm praying for the people that send their kids out there to do it too. Because if you got Antifa documentation, pamphlets, uniforms, if they got them some shoes and socks that say Antifa on them, guess what you are? You are harboring a terrorist. Yeah, and think about that, did you? He's like, no, I just wanted my Johnny out there fighting for his freedom. You need to think about where you are. All right, they are a terrorist organization, and they ain't got no place other to go but Guantanamo. Think about that. Think about that. Think about waterboarding American kids. Like, oh, that sounds horrible. You didn't think it was so horrible when it was Iraqi kids, though. That's interesting. And that's where that N walks out American privilege. Don't dare have a discussion with me about, oh, we need to do this for this black man. They ain't killed this black man. You know how many black babies they kill in Yemen every damn day for you? Huh? You know how many do that for you, fool? All right? They don't care nothing about your black babies. They don't care nothing about your black bodies. They don't care nothing about the white bodies nor the white babies. All they care about is money. That's it. You stay at the bottom of this privileged pyramid and they stay at the top until they want to sink the ships, and then all the rats will jump out. Ain't no soap in Guantanamo, y'all, so you don't have to worry about dropping the soap. Ain't got to worry about dropping the soap. Don't worry about the soap. Guantanamo has no soap, okay? You've seen them brothers. They didn't still over there. They didn't have the same bacteria they had in Afghanistan. Ain't gonna be no soap in Guantanamo. You don't have to worry about dropping it. They just beat you and waterboard you all day. And they gonna do it to your parents too, because you out there acting a fool on the street and you left that pamphlet in your grandmama house, she Antifa too. You can't prove that you're not. That's why they wrote these laws between Bush, Obama, and Trump. That's why they wrote the laws. They were told to. You're a slave. You are a commodity. None of your lives matter. There's nothing you can do that'll change that. You cannot go to a corporation and say, make my life matter. That's stupid. They're a corporation. You're a commodity. Why? If the Coke cans went up to Coca-Cola and said, damn it, we matter. The Coke cans matter. You know what Coca-Cola would say? All right, that's all. All right, just focus on the families with the money. That's the only privilege that you need to worry about. That's the privilege that enslaved you. Those families, and that was an Egyptian thing. You see, that was the Egyptian pyramid. Them families been enslaving y'all since the Egyptian days. The same families, handing that money down, handing it down, handing it down, handing it down. And this is why, what was it? 80% of the people tested in Britain all have a direct DNA in common with King Tut from Egypt. That's what I'm saying. Y'all need to be stopped. You need to let go of this skin color stuff. I have no idea what's wrong with your head. The professors might be stupid. Well, no, they're not really that stupid. They're not that stupid. I mean, they make about $120,000 a year making you stupid, so they're not that stupid. But that 21-year-old kid we saw yesterday, he has more wisdom in his little pinky finger than all your leaders got in their whole body. Another way of saying it. Don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Don't bring a knife to a gunfight. Dude tried that a minute ago in Indiana Jones. And how did that work out? He was across that bridge. Indiana was on the other side. If you don't know this, you need to study your history. And Indiana was going to go across the bridge. He was tired. He was fighting somebody else in Fight Club. And the dude had, do y'all remember when this happened in history? And he had that sword that Indiana was tired, like, man, I just beat somebody up with a sword. I ain't doing this again. He just took out his gun and was like, boom. Don't ever bring a knife to a gunfight, and don't ever bring politics to a spirituality principle-based fight. Don't do it, you lose every time. You bring politics, which is a dark vibrational energy of conflict and class and privilege. You bring that to a spirituality fight, you're going to lose every time because you're going to be on the wrong side every single time. You think it's a left and a right? Nope, it's only a dark and a light. And if you live in a nation where the #1 industry is now child trafficking, the #1 GDP, the most spending is on child trafficking, and #2 is war, they don't care nothing about life. They don't care nothing about you, your ethics. You're all commodities. All right. There are ways out of it, though, which we mention every day. That's why I like solutions. That's why I like solutions. You give everybody the land back, great things happen. You keep people in conflict in a fight club, stealing land from them, preventing them, limiting their resources, because that's where privilege comes from. It's just limiting your resources. You're going to a government to lobby for yourself to stop doing things that are based, that their systemic model, limiting your resources. That puts you in conflict with other people. Anyway, good morning, Christine. Good morning, Marie. I got a whole bunch of stuff on my mind this morning. Good morning, Patricia. Streamed live June. What was it? 447 to 204 views. Streamed live June. What is that? What is live June, Patricia? I can't click on it from here. Capitalism, at least, is the form, is based off of privilege. It is, Brett Carey, because capital is. Like, I'm not a capitalism person. I'm not a communism person. I'm not a socialism person. They're all isms, and they're all given to you by the billionaires who own all the capital. All those systems are based on capital, and America being a good example, Brett. It's capitalism when they need it to be, when they can make y'all stupid. It's communism when they need it to be, and it's socialism when they need it to be, and where they need it to be, right? Those rats, right? Because they keep us stupid, and they want to make as much as they can. And while we're fighting for a little piece of board in the bottom of that ship, we're fighting to keep our head above water. They're walking off with the boat, right? It is based in conflict, but you were on point. You were on point with this, Brett Carey. As long as you have a system that's based in conflict, it's guaranteed to have privilege. It's not going anywhere. All right? This is why the black leaders are fighting white privilege, because they don't want to go anywhere. They want to stay on top of you. They want to stay high up on the plantation. They're a little closer to the big house than you are. Not I said it right first time, the White House, because it's the White House. They're a little closer to the United States Incorporated than you are. And in times of slavery, what the slaves do is, no, I'm getting a little closer to Massa now. Massa kind of liking me. I'm not going to be picking with Massa as much as I need to be, because I don't want to go back out to them fields. You got them out there and then picking in them fields. And that's the same way they're turning their back on these young kids out there in the street. They're turning their back on. They don't care. They don't care. When these kids are out there and if they're beefing with the National Guard, because y'all done pumped them up, talking, oh, you're fighting him and Trump is scared and he's hiding in his bunker and blah, 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 blah. Like, you have no idea what you done did. You don't ever pick a fight with the world's most violent government, the most violent empire the world has ever seen. You ain't picking no fight with it. You wasting your time. You don't ever bring a knife to a gunfight, and you don't ever take what they put out there, bricks for y'all? They put bricks out. Don't ever take a brick to a fight where you have no idea the level of weaponry this government has. They've been siphoning tax dollars from you and printing money with these banks for the longest time. They got technology that scares DARPA so much that you got that lady that's just crying about, we need to open source DARPA. We need to change the mission statement. We need to stop. We're going to kill everybody on the planet. Lady wrote that book. You need to read about DARPA. That's why I say people need to read. You need to get your professors out there busting up the shift road, give them some books or something. Let them read and educate themselves. Because short of that, they're just playing you. I don't think they're that stupid. I don't think any of those professors are that stupid. I don't think any of your politicians are that stupid. I think they know exactly what they're doing. They're above you and they want to stay there. And the only way they stay there is they keep backing those rats that need to come off that ship. Gerard Prisher is talking about the young Pharaoh video on YouTube. The young Pharaoh? Is that the young brother, the one that was 22 and told all the professors they don't know what the hell they talking about? That he learned at the age of 21 that they were all being played in these groups, these Black Lives Matter political groups, because it's a political group. But they did the same thing with these white nationalist groups and these cake. They're all political groups now, because at the end of their messages, they're always trying to tell you about something political. Is that him? Well, you know what? He needs to be the one that's prominent right now. He needs to have a university. They need to get that young brother together with his clicker set. Is he in a gang? Did he say that? They need to get them together and start, because they got a lot more common sense than anybody I see on these microphones speaking. What is going on with my comments this morning? Y'all see that update came in? I tried to withhold this update as long as I could, and then finally I said, nope, don't want to update my phone. Nope, I know what that is. That's what do they call it? Contact tracing. I don't want it on my phone. I'm gonna wait till the last minute, and now it's on your phone. You don't have no choice. So now I got to go in here later today to figure out how in the world to turn off the Nazi snitch app so I'm not snitching on people who come close to me. Jonathan Close, competition paradigm versus cooperation one. Service to self versus service to all. That's it, Jonathan Close. This is why I'm saying, this is why I protect my white people. That's why I won't let y'all shame my white people, because they say things that are smart. They read books. And it took a long time for this family to come together. And I'm not going to let y'all come in here and break it up because you found somebody ignorant that wants some votes or something. Nah, Jonathan Close, that is spot on. And that is exactly what people need to know. If you have a competition-based society, you will always have privilege. You'll always have conflict. You don't go to people that have a conflict-based society and ask them for some freedom, liberty, democracy, love, a hug, or rice. They're going to poison the rice. They're going to bring that rice in from China. It's going to be plastic just so you can't grow no rice. That's why I say give people back the land. Work as a collective. You need to come together. Do the exact opposite of what they want you to do. And the only thing they fear y'all doing is everybody getting together. That's what they fear. And the only thing they don't want you to have is land. That's it. That's it. And to me, that's the art of war, Jonathan Close. It's just you give people the thing that the people enslaving them don't want them to have. And the one thing they do not want monkeys to have is their own ecosystem. Because the monkeys gonna act like monkeys. They're gonna be free, go do their own thing, and they're not gonna do what the billionaires want them to do. Status, capitalism, etc. They are based on privilege, ensuring one group has power over the others. That's it, Kim Jackson, and all they do is flip it back around. That's what I'm saying. There's a difference between people who understand, and y'all ain't messing with my I'm scared to say it, Kim, because I'm not even sure what you are. Y'all not gonna mess with my Asian people neither. Y'all not gonna mess with them. Y'all need to go somewhere else. They need to take the shame, go somewhere. If you need to shame people to make yourself feel good, make you feel pop your collar, you believe people like that, you need to go find yourself another slave colony. You're not gonna do it on my page. And that's the point. Statism, capitalism, etc. They are based in privilege. You're not fighting privilege here. You're not going to do it. All you can do is push those people down and enslave them. That's all you can do. And they ain't going to let you do it. I know my white people. Not even the poor ones. No, some of them can't afford them guns and be survivors. They're not going to let you do it. They're not supposed to. They're not supposed to. They're supposed to say, listen, y'all want to get together, force this government to give back the land to the people who need it, the species, the human species that die without fresh water and land to live on to make livelihood. Y'all want to get together and get that equal 16 acres that everybody deserves instead of the banks and the corporations keeping it because the government's always working for them or is them. Then I can get down with that. You know, short of that, nah, I have no interest in any more conflict. A game of keep away. A game of keep away where you are either lucky or you're unlucky. And I'm not doing that. It makes too many psychopaths end up wanting to shoot everybody. It's a power struggle. Equality doesn't require struggle. No, it doesn't, Susan, but they convince people that it does, right? It requires no struggle to say, no, I need to have mine, and Maria Rochelle needs to have hers too, Jonathan Close needs to have his, and I ain't budging till you make sure Rose Wade gets hers. When everybody got what's deserving to them, when they have the things that let them become beautiful creatures, when they have the same ecosystem that ticks and mosquitoes and everything else get that's guaranteed at birth, till you guarantee that to the humans instead of giving this land to banks, nah, I ain't budging. That's why I'm not at the protest. I sit right back here because I listen to those speeches and I know what these people are about. They're slaves who are a little closer to the big house. And they want to pull a lot of people along with them and construct their own plantation, or at least construct a department within the plantation. This is all one big false flag operation. If not, the powers that be want us scared and under their control. Yes, it is Rose. It is Rose Wade. And to explain to people who don't know what a false flag is, it doesn't mean that nobody dies. It just means you're being played. That's all. It's disaster capitalism. That's another way of saying it. It is a false flag, Rose Wade, because who was it, Ivan or somebody posted the video of, was it New Zealand or something? I don't know where it was. It was on the other side of the planet. There's a bunch of American black people over there protesting. I'm like, wait a minute, how y'all get over there? Ain't no airplanes flying. There's only a few planes in the air. I was out in the garden the other day, Rose, and they were only Lear jets. The people, the rats with those treasure chests, those are the only people out in the air. They did not put 20,000 people on an airplane and fly them over to New Zealand to fight for Black Lives Matter in New Zealand. It's all a false flag. Remember how we said everything gets co-opted? Everything big gets co-opted. You seeing this all around the world, why nobody's caring about all the brown people in Africa and the Middle East and Asia being bombed and just murderized? Nah, I'm not interested. Not interested. It's like some brother Kevin posted this morning. Right, Kevin around here somewhere. He right there. What did he post this morning? You know, it's just something about the fact, like, you know, you're supposed to feel sorry for one man. Like, who is this man? And mind you, I don't feel sorry for him. I know you're not gonna like that, but you know what, I don't. That man, if he is gone, he's free. If he's still here, he's in the Bahamas. Okay? I'm still a slave. All right? I'm still a slave right here. I'm still being enslaved by two ridiculous political sides that don't realize that this is spiritual warfare. All right? So he's free. But they kill people all the time. Where's all the sympathy for that? Where the protests for all the 20? Remember the 21 kids? Kevin, you remember the 21 kids? Where was that? Was it Syria or Yemen? The 21 kids in the bus that were murdered by that weapon that blew them up, the missile. Where was the protest then? You know those brown kids, right? I'm pretty sure they was brown-ish. It was ish. They might not have been brown as me, but they had some melanin in their skin. Where are the protests then? That's how you know it's a false flag, Rose. Right? If it were grassroots, people would have flipped out then. They had to flipped out, but they didn't flip out then. They're flipping out now. We're always being controlled. Got a Faraday cage for my phone. Might have to leave it there permanently. Good idea, Jonathan Close, but make sure it's a flip phone. Egalitarianism will free up so much time, space, energy for all of us. Yes, Kim Jackson. Yes, Kim Jackson. And this is why I don't care about the billionaires essential. Like I was thinking about this morning, Kim. Essential. I know I think too much. It's coffee is what does it. Egalitarianism. Oh, I gotta fold my shirt up. It's hot in this shirt. I told you slavery about to start, so I got to get to wearing nice clothes again. Essential. Billionaires essential. I think about what's essential on a slave plantation. Who are the essential jobs? Well, the ones that keep the slaves alive. I don't know. The ones that make sure that the billionaires' roads work. The ones rolling out 4 or 5, whatever, G7, 8, 9 G towers that control the population to swarm the killer robots. That's what essential is. On plantation, they got essential labor. And if you do a correlation between what is being deemed as essential during this, you realize what's essential. So I think people need to go do what's essential for them, right? You got some kids at home. They got some essentials that they need. They need you to be home. They need you to raise them. They need you to teach them how the world works. They don't need to be in an incarceration, indoctrination, Prussia-based, making military children enslaving education system. They don't need to be. They need to be at home. That's why I believe in homeschooling. But that's why I think these are fantastic times, Kim Jackson, because we can actually do something about it now. People realize that, oh, well, one, they print the money, which is part of why I think those kids out there on that street, I think they realize they've been lied to. Like, wait a minute, we've been on lockdown. They just printing money. Ain't nobody working. They're just printing money. We actually ain't essential. We're actually busy work. They really don't need us. They're just trying to keep us busy. Why are they trying to keep us busy? Oh, that reminds me, Kim, of the NDAA. So when they wrote that law in there, they said they own all your bullets, your guns, your aquaponic systems, and your fish. They own your children. They own everything else. They own the land. They own your house. And they can take it anytime they want to in a state of emergency. Why don't they just print the money and go overseas and get the stuff that Americans need and bring it back for them? How come they didn't write that? How come Obama didn't put that in NDA? Saying in times of emergency, because we love our people, I can't even do his voice. We're going to print the money and go to Africa and buy some food for them. We're going to print the money and go to Latin America and buy some food for them. Friends, Romans, countrymen, colonizers, lend me your ears. I'm Barack Obama. I'm not harsh. I can't do impressions. And in bad times, because we love our people so much, we're going to print the money and we're going to go overseas and get them the things that they need. No, that's not what he did. That's not what he wrote. I read it. He said, nah, we're going to go to Tresha and we're going to take some of what she got and give a little bit to Jeannie and keep most of it for ourselves. Then we'll go over to Enoch and we'll give some a little bit to Maria so she don't die, so she could be essential, be a slave still working. And then we're going to go to Christine and we're going to take some of what she got and give it to Rebecca. And we're going to hold a whole bunch of it for ourselves. I mean, think about that. And that's why I think these kids are mad. I think they realize it's a scam. These street smart kids ain't that stupid. Like, wait a minute. You mean tell me I'm out here dealing drugs because my mama ain't home and my daddy ain't around to raise my sister so I can go to college, so she can go to college to get a job, to get a degree and work for y'all doing something essential. And you mean to tell me the whole time around you could have just print the money? That's the government for you. That's what I'm saying. It's a corporation. Everything they do is for profit. As long as you are playing their game, you will always be scammed. If your government cared about you during times of emergency, they would print the money and give you the things that you need. They go over to China, get you some diapers. Instead, they said, no, we're going to go to Kevin Lynn and steal his diapers and give them to somebody. All right, I don't know. Like I said, that's how my mind works. I see something on TV, I read a law, and somebody posts something. I'm like, is that really true? Is that true? Is that really true? Like at the principle level, does that really make some sense? And nothing they do makes any sense. I'm upset. No murder hornets. Yeah, I know, Kevin, they're coming though. Wait. Well, you need to wait your turn. First of all, Kevin Lynn, you from Africa, all right? That's they got the murder hornets from y'all. So you need to hold your seat down. We waiting on the alien invasion, all right? We waiting on the stage alien invasion, Kevin Lynn. You keep your murder hornets over there. We need the next thing. That's what I need to see. That's personally, cause what we went from Ebola to Zika to white privilege to what else we had? We had all of them. Then the cuckoo virus, and we had some swine flu, and we had all the things just to keep people fighting each other over stupid stuff. And then we had, it came after the swine flu. Then we done the murder hornets. They tried to sneak them in. I don't think that worked. And now we got the riots. Anything to keep people fighting each other instead of focusing on the rats that's walking off the ship. Anything to keep people fighting over a piece of wood in a sinking ship. Piece of wood, sinking ship. So no, Kevin Lynn, you keep your murder hornets to yourself. I need them to get them big hologram devices that my friends that say the earth is flat say that they have, and DARPA and whoever else, and put them on the sky, because I want to see the Americans running from some aliens. I need to see the people in the street with rack, dack, dack, tap. Y'all see the Mars Attack movie? I need to see that, Kevin. Before I die, I need to see Americans screaming and running up the road and somebody running behind him, a hologram with like that big bubble around his head saying, rack, dack, dack, tap. I need to see that. And then I can die at that point, then I'm good. I don't want murder hornets. I have murder hornets in the garden, Kevin. I got big old hornets out there the other day. I was taking pictures. I posted on my page. You tell me if that's a murder hornet. They got you in South Africa, right? They got murder hornets down there? I never take my phone with me anywhere. Yeah, Maria, that's the end of it. I can't take my phone nowhere. They're going to make me a Fourth Reich Nazi sympathizer. I take that damn phone, start telling on people. Let me see. You might be thinking, yes, of Chazil G. That's his name, Chazil G. He got a name of an OG. Who, by the way, would like everybody to know that the new Twitter account with his name on it is not, he got a fake, there's a fake Twitter account. It's a fake one, huh? It's a fake Shazil son. G, did I say it right? All right, thank you for that. Well, what is the real one, Patricia Hauser? Please post that, because that young man needs to not run for president of the United States of America. Because it's not the United States of America. It's the United States Incorporated. America ain't got no government, y'all. Not since 1871. And maybe he'll figure it out. He's street smart. I need to know this man. Yes, please post his link. So I'm gonna follow him on Twitter and Instagram and Sick to Chat and all the channels. I need to see this because this man needs following. He's the age of 21 and he knows more than every black professor over the age of 22. He knows more than all of them. He figured it out. Thank you for that. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. But aliens do instead. They're next. I hope so. Patricia Hauser. Aliens or zombies? I'm still on the fence, though. I'm on the fence. I don't know. I'm with Christ Henderson. I don't know. It's hard. That's a hard choice. Aliens or zombies? Zombies might be a little funner. You might get better video with the aliens and the Martian people. I bet you the whole world's just sitting here enjoying this. I bet you they are. You think the whole world's just sitting around just watching America like, oh my God. I'll be so happy when they're gone. These people crazy as hell. Like they actually believe their government. Do they know how many bombs their government has sent over here? They got their children on the street fighting with the government. And they got drones and death ray lasers. We ain't got relatives we ain't never gonna find. They just evaporated, eviscerated. They done turned our relatives to poops and piles of smoke, and the Americans out there with some bricks about to fight their government. Trump about to put the military on the police, and these people, they still giving speeches like, what's wrong with y'all? I think it's karma, y'all. I think it's karma. I don't know. I appreciate, though, the international people not laughing at us here. I appreciate Traisha. She don't laugh too much at us. And Kevin, actually, you know what? Kevin be laughing all the time. Never mind. They are laughing at us. But that's okay. We might grow up. Love your message, Gerard. Joan Milgram. Well, Joan Milgram is not my message, Joan. I'm not that. No, I'm not. This shirt ain't even iron, Joan. It's not even iron. It's not iron. It ain't even buckled up. I'm so mad that slavery's starting again. I wish that this didn't happen. I apologize for every post I made on the cuckoo virus. Everybody, you need to be scared of COVID-19. You need to get your mask, stay in the house, don't go outside. I'm sorry I posted that it was called the cuckoo virus. And everybody need to stay inside. It's not my message, Joan. These messages are old as all the cultures and tribes we came from. We all either work together or we all die. And we forgot that. Either everybody has the ecosystems that they need in their land or we all die. And we all knew that. This isn't my message, Joan. I'm a parakeet. I'm doing best I can so y'all know that your ancestors turned over in the grave because you're stupid. That's my message. Your ancestors turned over in the grave, and I'm tired of my bed rumbling at night. I need to sleep. Somebody buried underneath me, and I can't get no sleep because you're out there on the street acting stupid, listening to your government that's based in conflict. It's Fight Club. And the only thing you can do in Fight Club, the only thing that you can't talk about in Fight Club is Fight Club. And that's why they censor anything that's important. If you speaking online and there's 80,000 people watching that speech, there ain't nothing important in it. Ain't nothing important in it. From the beginning to the end, it's a waste of everybody's time. Gerard Netflix would do a much better job than the current media paradigm. No, Kevin Lynn, don't watch Netflix. It's Obama Flix now. It's Obama Flix. I haven't watched it. I traded. I'm over to Hulu now. No, Madison ain't got that plantation. Nope. The only media I like, Kevin, I'll be honest with you. The reason I like Facebook and I like YouTube, I played around on Reddit, can't figure it out. I think I jumped over this, was it Steam it? I don't think I could figure that one out too. Twitter, I know how to tweet. I figured out, I stopped tweeting and I know how to tweet a little bit. I have no idea how to reply to people. But the reason I like these, Kevin, is because there are people on there. The people. I don't like anything mainstream. I don't like any single point of failure. Netflix, Hulu, ABC, NBC, Fox, man, all of these things, they have a centralized failing point. And that's what I did, Kevin. I was a system analyst for a while. I worked for the biggest corporations on the plantation enslaving people. And that was one thing that, I always focused my people on is that, hey, if there's a single point of failure, you need to go back to the drawing board. If it's a single point of failure, it's easily failable. And so I don't like anything that's not independent voices. Like the reason I like live streams is because you got Jeannie, you got Ella, you got Christine, you got Jack, Patricia, Maria, and Sarah, and Botanic Hunter, and Kentucky Fried Mama, and Desiree. You got all these people who all have voices. To me, this is important. Everybody has to have a voice. If everybody didn't have a voice, then it's too easily controllable. So Netflix can produce movies like Hollywood. It can produce movies like, and I'm sorry, Jack, you said something. Like Hollywood's got the CIA there, right? They say their offices, CIA offices all over Hollywood. They control everybody's message. Like the new Top Gun. Kevin, I'm not going to watch it because they're just trying to get me to get excited about the new colonizer movie. It's a good idea to go blow up a bunch of people and steal their resources. America, America. And that's how I was raised as a kid. They almost got me into the Air Force on that damn Top Gun movie and singing in the bars and the women crying and stuff. They had everything in that movie. You get to be a fighter pilot, you could sing, you get the girl, your friend die, but then you're a hero, right? They do these things to brainwash people. And so the only media I like are open source. The only media I like where everybody can say something. I don't like media that censors women. I don't want no media that censors black people. I don't want no media that censors white people. I don't want no media that censors South Africa. I don't want no media that censors Syria. I don't want to be controlled. That's the only thing about me, Kevin, is I'm obstinate. I'm a god, okay? I'm a god, and I only got time for goddesses around and other gods around. I ain't got no time for no slaves. I ain't got no time. This is a spiritual warfare. This is a spiritual fight. We're fighting on principle levels and spirituality and sovereignty, not this human nonsense. And all gods have voices. All gods' lives matter. See, what if George Soros did that? All gods' lives matter. All gods and goddesses' lives matter. That's all he had to do, and we're good. Then we get sovereignty. Anarchy matters. If he did that, we'd be good to go. But yeah, no, I don't want anything that's highly controlled, Kevin. South Africa might be slightly freer than America, but over here, everything evolved to kill humans. And that what's his name? Will Smith? Ah, everything here. This is Earth. Everything evolved to kill humans. I gave that speech to my kids. Who am I talking to, Kevin? I gave that speech to my kids. I said, y'all listen, go to school, get a job, get your grades, get your job, get your degree. Don't believe none of it, but this is how the game is played. Don't ever be confused. Don't ever be fooled. This is America. Everything evolved to serve bankers and keep you as slaves. You don't get to own any land. And you know what? I have to say, for the most part, my kids get it. I think that I kind of didn't mess them up too much. Ooh, uh-oh. Somebody said, oh, I missed that one. Oh, that looks like that was a good one. Did I miss it? I went up. When justice becomes something. I like the word justice, whoever posted that. I love justice. I love it when we fight for justice in an unjust nation. We fight for justice in a nation that's modeled in injustice. A nation that's a corporation that only makes profit from taking things from people, and we will fight for justice. A nation that removed itself from the International Criminal Court so they could be international criminals and proud of it. We're going to ask them for some justice. Nah, that's not how that works. So I'm not interested. I'm in the paradigm shift. That's the only thing I care about. Paradigm shift, take care of everybody. You be as smart as a slave that's uneducated, that can't read, that just got off the plantation, that said, I need 40 acres and a mule. And the same thing in South Africa. They got these problems right now. Last time I talked about this, Kevin, you know I got in trouble, but you know, I really don't care what people think. Nah, everybody needs their land. Everybody needs their water. Everybody needs their freedom. Same with Palestine and Israel. That's why I don't do any sides on anything. I'm a human. I'm on team human. I'm not on any of your little billionaire psychopathic labels that they gave y'all. I'm a god. You can't label me. I can't even label me. Everybody needs, they were born there, let them have that land so they can take care of each other. You don't need to kill anybody to take land. You just need a government that's smart enough to understand that everybody needs an ecosystem. And if they don't have an ecosystem, they're going to become something that they're not. Right? It's like the lions. Ooh, here I am. I'm going to talk about the African lions. I ain't never been to Africa. Shut up for a minute, Kevin. And if Nicole is around, don't even say nothing. I might make some stuff up. The lion. Right? What do the male lions do that don't have an ecosystem? They walk. They get kicked out the gang. They don't get no coochie. They got to go and walk on the Serengeti in the hot sun till they get enough other brother lions together. And then they form a gang. And what do? Then they go find a lion that got all the women and they murder that lion. They burn down the cities and they hit bricks in the window. And now they rule. When things don't have ecosystems, they burn things down. That's what they're supposed to do. That's why the kids are out there. I'm not saying the kids should be doing it, but in a natural law kind of way, in an ecosystem justice kind of way, they're doing what's just. It's scary. It's scary, but when you keep resources from people, when you use artificial scarcity to control them because you want to give everything to banks and billionaires and corporations, you're going to make rogue lions that form gangs. And when that gang gets big enough, and this is what happened, like people talk about, y'all, but this is a Democrat DNC thing. Well, for this moment in time, just before that was a GOP thing. Remember, politics is a waste of everybody's time. Voting will only give you more of what's oppressing you now. It'll only support the model. If the model's based in profit, it ain't going to help you. But when the gang gets big enough, then they act out. Y'all need to be careful with that. If you got Antifa paraphernalia, you got a kid in college, you need to go make sure that one of their friends didn't hand them something. Because that is the new terrorist organization. They've already, their links, they're showing, there was somebody posted a link about, they were linking ISIS to Antifa. All right, you want to lose your house, you want to lose your car, you want to lose everything that you own, go ahead and let that stuff still sit around. It's a terrorist organization now. That's how I know the CIA is in that group. That's how I know all that they've been doing this all over the world. This isn't anything new, and it's not even a conspiracy theory. This is literally how we topple and destabilize nations. We always send in our good old secret CIA and our different acronym agencies, the ones that we don't get to know the name of. They infiltrate the groups. They get their way to the top. They come with money, so they're respected. They have power. They know things others don't. And that gains them that street credit, and they grow to the top of the organization, and your kids are just there because they think that they're fighting for black people. And the next thing you know, your whole family is a terrorist organization, and you in Guantanamo trying to figure out where the soap is. You wish you had soap that you could drop it, because there ain't no soap in Guantanamo. But that's how this game is played. They're always playing. Hey, Sandra, I'm wondering, what in the world are the people doing? What in the world are people gonna do when it gets unbearably hot wearing those damn masks? They gonna keep them on, Sandra, because the cuckoo virus gonna get them. They're not gonna tell you. I didn't see the brother fighting and his mask fell off and he put his mask back, he stopped fighting, put his mask back on to keep fighting. No, they gonna wear the mask. That's what fear does, Sandra. When you finally scare people, like, that's their reality. Their subconscious literally made that their reality. Air is bad. They're gonna keep breathing the mask, and they're gonna have problems. Like my neighbor asked me, Sandra, said, you know, I gotta send my kids back to daycare, and the kids gotta come with masks. I was like, if you send your child at the age of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to a damn school, and you put a mask on a child that doesn't understand they're rebreathing in their own bacteria and the CO2, and you don't listen to these nurses over here like Lori and the rest of them that are telling you, you know, that the problems that this is gonna cause, you're crazy. There ain't no way in hell, if I had a child that didn't understand that I'd send them to school with a mask. Because kids don't know any better, right, Sandra? Kids do stuff because if their parents tell them, we're the gods to them, they just do it. And you say, hey, wear your mask, go to school. Then the kids go to school, wear their mask. Now your child has some sort of lung disease or that hyperasphyxia or whatever these problems that they have from wearing these things all the damn time. Running out at recess, breathing heavily, rebreathing in their same air. Hell no, homeschool. Homeschool, Sandra. I'm not, no. I told them, I said, there's no way in hell I'd do that. They don't make enough salary for me to force my son tried to get in the car with his mask on, Sandra. I told that story. I said, hell no. He tried to get in the car. He said, but mama said. I said, oh, listen, mama said, mama saw, mama maku saw. I don't care what your mama said. All right. He said, but mama seeing people dying of the flu. I said, yes, but this is the first year your mama worked in the medical field during flu season. It's the first year. She hadn't been around this many people dying. Don't worry. You wait till next year, she'll figure it out. You need to listen to the virologist and figure out what a flu is. Them and I think Facebook might even be free enough now. I haven't seen nobody go to Facebook jail since Trump wrote that thing. Think about that. Now, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just my circle of friends. That's what I said, that every president does good things. Every president does bad things. Overall, it's just horrible for everybody else. They all do a little bit of good since he wrote that executive order. I ain't seen nobody go to Facebook jail. I can almost tell y'all my theories on what I think a flu is, and listening to endless hours of virologists talk about the flu and tying that with the things that I know. This is why is a good reason why Bill Gates is interested from an operating system and IT perspective, why he's interested in viruses. I don't think that everybody knows what they are, but I know the virologists know what they are. But to make money, they can't really tell you what they are. Hey, Ella, aliens lock their ships when they come to Earth. Ella, I'm gonna be honest with you. Boy, I'm gonna get in trouble. Is Walter around here? He don't like me talking about aliens. I really don't care though. I think they're here. I don't think aliens ever left. I don't think they ever left. I don't think they ever coming. I think they're here. I think we just can't see them. It's like bacteria in the forest, and we're like walking around. The bacteria are like wondering, are humans coming? Are humans here? Like they don't see us. I think they're always around. I think we're too entertaining. There's no way. You know why I know that? Because half these people you see right here, about 25% of them, they don't even live in America. They don't live in America, but they hang out with us. Why they hang out with us? We're not even talking about their country. Sometimes I try to, but right now, America is just the most entertaining. And it's entertainment. The fact that you got Kevin and Nicole and Tracia and a few of these other folks from around the world and Christine, and they're just watching America. I don't think the aliens are coming. I think they're here. I think they're just watching us. They're phased. Every now and then, one of their little devices break or something, and you see it, and you're like, ah, it's a ghost. It's like, no, it's probably just some aliens. This little thing was failing. Then they get it fixed. I think they come here on field trips. I thought your shirt looked wrinkled. It is wrinkled, Maria, because I don't really care about slavery. I don't. I really don't care. Like I do you know what, Maria? I am a horrible slave. I'm the worst. I am the worst because I know I'm the worst. Like I said, I got my itchy nose because the window's open. It's hot. I'm the worst slave. Like I said, because when this stuff happens and people are like, oh, we need to get water and put the fire out. We need to put the big house out. I'm like, no, we don't. No, oh no, or I'll be like, no, we don't, or I'll just be like, yeah, all right, we need to put the fire out. Mass house is burning, and I go to the kerosene, the shack with the kerosene, and put that in the bucket. Here you go. Here go the best water in the world. Here go the water right here. I'm like, burn Rome down, Maria. I really don't care. I know I got to shave and I got to wear unwrinkled shirts sometimes to buy and sell. I don't want to have nothing to do with these Babylonians, Maria. I don't want to have nothing to do with these colonizers. I understand what money is. The love of money is not the root of all evil. Money is evil. Money is evil. I want as little as I can get. I don't want to participate. I want Rome to burn. I'm a barbarian. I'm not a slave. I'm not a Roman. I am a captive. I'm not a slave. I will sit here and I tell you all day long, Kanye West was right. Slavery is a choice. He was right. And your ignorant leaders was wrong. I will never choose to do that. Y'all got options for me. Y'all can either deal with me as an honorary slave telling you stupid because you're voting, that you just picking the left or the right side of the plantation to enslave your children to bankers, or you can just kill me, but you ain't gonna put me in no cell. You ain't gonna no, I know these people too well. Ooh, good times. Y'all remember when Donald Trump was putting kids in cages and everybody was upset? Like, they're putting kids in cages. I was watching that. I was like, yeah, seriously? Do you know what mass incarceration is? At least ain't no 400-pound pedophiles in them damn cages. And in the mass incarceration, those cages that the rest of the people, the crime bill put these kids in. Oh no, they got the soap and they dropped the soap and got 300-pound muscle-bound gorillas in there to rape them. Nah, I'm not worried about you. They putting kids in cages. No, you ain't putting me in no damn cage. I know what's in them cages. Ain't no freedom in them cages. It's just a big ding-a-ling and a monster. Hell no. You can kill me. You can. We're gonna shock them and take them to prison. No, you not. No, you not. No, you not. They got that thing. Oh, don't tase me, bro. No, you gonna have to shoot me, bro. You gonna have to shoot me. I'm gonna live free as long as I'm here. I am the most obstinate slave I know. Nope, sorry. It's like these kids who get killed by these police. The vast majority. Ooh, I gotta say this. I have to say this. I'm sorry. I gotta say it. It's gonna piss some of y'all off. I did not participate in Black Post Day. I did not. I don't know if y'all noticed. Yesterday was Black Post Day. I did not post a black square on my wall. I did not do that. I did not participate because if I did a Black Post Day, to be fair, knowing that police kill more white men than black men, I'd have to have White Post Day, and I don't want to do White Post Day. See, because now one, if I did Black Post Day and White Post Day, it means that I'm being fair and equal, but it still means I'm supporting this idea that gods and human and sovereign creatures are actually labelable, that you could put them in subhuman groups to farm them. So I didn't participate. I didn't participate in that. I don't have any interest in your slave plan. Like I said, I'm an obstinate slave. And to me, slavery is a choice. I don't care nothing about none of that. You either taking care of everybody or I think you're wasting everybody's time. Get the land back. The bankers don't need to own the land. You find me a government that gives land to all of its people, gives ecosystems to all of its mosquitoes and slugs and bugs and babies when they're born. Then you found a government that I might even slightly consider listening to a politician that got something to say. Until then, you can take that vote and shove it up wherever it came from. All right? Waste of everybody's time. I have no interest. If your model is based in conflict and privilege, No, Maria Rochelle, I am not funny. I am not. We are in ridiculous, stupid, ignorant times. And all I'm doing, I'm just sitting back looking at them. Yeah, Minion lives matter, apparently, Kevin Lynn, because I just don't do that with Americans. They got American privilege. I don't do that with them. I don't know. If anybody's going to talk first, it's going to be the most abused nations. It ain't nobody in America the most abused nation. Not as a whole, not as a collective. We need to hear from the Republic of Soweto. We need to hear from the people in South Africa. being kept in conflict. We need to hear from Yemen and Syria and Bolivia. We need to hear from all of them first. It's just weird to me. Like, you ever go to the grocery store and you see these little privileged kids just being dragged behind, they yelling and screaming and crying because they can't have the new G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip and the boat that floats. They got the laser tag thing on it. And I'm just like, you have no damn idea. I used to try to fight my mama for some candy. You fighting her for you crying and screaming. She dragging you on your leash through the grocery store or through the toy store because you want something that costs $500. My mind that costs 5 cents. Well, you gonna clean your room? I had to be a slave to get some damn, what was it called? Charlie Chan's? Anybody remember Charlie Chan's? I know. So how you 29 and you remember Charlie Chan's? Shut up. I'm not in your age code. We had something called Charlie Chan's, and I had to beg mama for a piece of candy this big for 5 cents. 5 cents. Got these old privileged little babies yelling and screaming because they want a bike. You know, I got from my parents, I might have got 2 bikes. Two. I lived in their house till I was 18. The rest of the bikes I had to find and fix and put parts and pieces together. Listen, like, remember I told y'all I didn't came from a privileged background. I didn't stole a whole bunch of white people privilege, and I'm sorry I didn't stole y'all privilege, but that's just where I was born. I did. But my father didn't share it with me. He had no interest. He told me, this is mine, that's yours. He didn't drew a line. I tried to run away from home once. He said, fine, you can take everything that you own and with the skin and your naked butt. And I'm gonna give you that shirt and them drawers too, because I want to see you walk your naked butt walk out my house. Go on, run, son. He didn't share that with me. I still remember the day he went and bought a washing machine, brought the box home, and I made a transformer out of the box. All right, I didn't came from a privileged house. My father did work at the Pentagon, but he believed in teaching me the value of slavery. I cleaned the toilets at the church. It was my second job. My first job was delivering papers at the age of 10, and the bike and the papers was heavier than me. So yeah, no, I came from a privileged background, but my father had the common sense of, no, I ain't giving him nothing. He gonna learn. You gonna learn today. And I sure did. Now I realize how evil money is. I don't want no parts of it. It needs to go away. To me, I don't think you'll ever have a system that doesn't have privilege as long as you got money. As long as you got money, money is power. As long as you got power, some people are gonna have more than others. And usually the ones who come from the right families gonna have more power than others. It's like this, I'm gonna get back on race privilege one more time. I was thinking about family privilege. Right? Like, isn't that more significant than race privilege? Like, just think about it from that perspective. Even if you can't even see that democracy is a fight club and people are practicing democracy in the street right now fighting with the police, that you don't understand that that's a democracy, and the people who believe in anarchy are actually at home grown food. If you don't believe that, just think about it from this perspective. Do the wealthy white families share any damn thing with the poor white families? Just ask yourself that question. All right. And if you can't fathom how things work in their community, I can tell you one thing. The wealthy black families ain't give half a damn about the poor black families. Okay. That's just how that works. That's how it works. People take care of their kids. They want you to be slaves to their kids. That's what every parent does. Like, oh, I want to give the world to my kids. And you don't know what you just said was slavery and democracy. Okay. Like, really think about that. The 13 families that own the damn world, the 13 families that own the rats that are carrying the money out of Wall Street, all the markets, the world's global central currencies, that own the whole damn world and own nations, they do family privilege. No, none of them do race privilege. No, they don't get nothing about no Kevin Lynn. Christ Henderson, please. Man, threw that woman in the back of a police car. Her skin white as anybody else's. I'm not even gonna start with Beaufort, but they don't care nothing about you. They care about their families. You start fighting family privilege, now we're getting somewhere. That's why I say, that was my last post on my message board this morning. Don't come over here messing with my white folk. These are my white folk. You can't have them. You can get your own, but you're not gonna be over here shaming them, trying to get them to be silenced. I don't want my white folks silenced. I can't have my black folks silenced. I want my yellow folk, my purple folk. I done brought these people here for a reason. You're gonna come here and grow up, act like an adult, let everybody have a vote, a voice, including the women and the children. I even got young people on my page I need to hear from. You know, which is why I paused my day to let that young child from the age of 21, 22, 20. How old is Chaziza? How old is Chaziza, Patricia Hauser? The only reason I do, because he has something smart to say. Everybody has something to teach you if you're not ignorant, right? And the only way you're gonna be ignorant is you let these professors tell you that they know every damn thing, and obviously they don't know what Chaziza or the slaves knew. You give people land, they can make a livelihood. You give them water, they can have life. That's all you need from your government. You don't need nothing else. That's all you need. You get that, you're good to go. You know, like, and it'll break apart the myths. You know how people say, like, the narrative on the other side is, oh, they're lazy, they don't want to work, they just come here taking our job. You ever seen a lazy immigrant? I see the immigrants, they didn't do flu season. They didn't play flu season with y'all. They were with me. They didn't play flu season. They out there still picking strawberries, washing cars, doing landscaping, while the Americans hiding in the house, looking out between their blinds. All the privileged people that's now crying about privilege, all looking at, and the immigrants out there working hard as hell in the hot sun. Still working, all right? People love to work. They just want to do their work, right? They want to do sovereign work. They want to do essential work for their children, their family, and their future. They don't want to work for no damn billionaires and DNC sellout elites and GOP sellout elites. Y'all, we need to free the world. And the whole world can be freed from America. It's up to us. We literally have the resources to free everybody. We got the automation and the robotics and the technology. We can finally just say, you know what, we're done. We're not gonna play Fight Club no more. I get that. I get this is race Fight Club. I get that now. And all my prominent popular leaders, in order for them to get big, they gotta say the exact opposite of what I'm supposed to be doing. That's all you gotta do, and just walk away. Don't vote, walk away. That's all you gotta do. Does God care? Kentucky Fried Mama said, God does care. You know what I think about God, Kentucky Fried Mama? You know, it's hard. It's hard, because I was raised in the church, and now I'm more spiritual than anything else. When I think about God, I think about a father or mother, a creator. I don't think God is a male nor female. I think that's a monkey thing to procreate. I don't think God has a penis or a beard. I think it is a it. That's number one. And so I think of it as a parent, a creator, right? Not as a male or female, a father, mother. It does care, but what does it care about? It obviously doesn't care about police shooting children. It doesn't care about us bombing children, complaining about police shooting children. It doesn't care about those things. I think whatever it is a sustainability loving thing. It cares about sustainability. And as a parent, I will say this. There were times that I let my son burn his hand on the stove. I did, and I can say that now because he's grown as hell. So the CPS y'all can't get him involved in your human trafficking nonsense. I'm done. They grown. And we need to fix CPS, by the way. I'm not making fun of my social work. A lot of good people work for them, like a lot of good people work in the pharmaceutical industry. The problem is they don't let good people write the mission statement. That's my point with that. No, I let him burn himself. Every now and then I let him fall. And listen, hey, we out here fishing. Y'all out there standing too close to that water, you're gonna fall in that water, you know. But I knew that sometimes you got to fall in life to learn. I think whatever God is, it lets us learn. It needs us to learn. If we fight white people, we all gonna stay slaves. And I think then, look, we fight immigrants, we all gonna stay slaves. If we fight black people and they lazy, we all gonna stay slaves. If we work together as a collective, like the brother Jack said earlier, things go great. But if we continue to be in conflict with people that ain't never done nothing to us, other creatures that need an ecosystem too, bad things gonna happen, then we're gonna learn. I learned. I remember, I'm gonna tell you Arkansas story. And this is when every time y'all hear that Southern twang come out, it's because I spent a lot of time in Arkansas. It's where my mama family from. Down there in El Dorado, Arkansas. Didn't even make on any maps back then. Oh, goodness gracious. We used to go through towns and the police used to give you an extra escort. I remember driving through this town. The police got behind us just to make sure we got safe through the town and got out the other side. Didn't stick around. They just cared about our safety and love and freedom and democracy. How your government cares that they make a cure to cure you from the sniffles, the cuckoo virus. I told my grandfather, when we were out there fishing, he gave us the poles. He gave us bamboo poles. We're down there fishing with bamboo poles. Why? Because the people who look down there, look like me down there, ain't got a whole lot of money. And the few of them who own the slave plantations, they didn't live in the neighborhoods that we lived in. But that's a whole nother discussion about the black people back then that owned slaves and the black political parties now that got their own slaves. That's another whole discussion. He gave us the bamboo. We had bamboo poles. We out there go out there, Grandpapa, we go fishing. We want to go fishing, Grandpapa. And he was like, yeah, we'll take y'all fishing. All right, we get up in the morning, we'll go fishing. And he'd get the bamboo poles and we head out there way back in the middle of nowhere and get them bamboo poles in the water. We catch these little sunfish. You see these big old carp swimming by, and while we were there, Grandpa, he'd go off, do his thing, fishing his old little secret spots, because we probably making noise and picking boogers and throwing them at each other and fighting and giggling and stuff. And he knew that scared of big fish. He'd come back with some big catfish and other stuff. And I see this big carp, and I was like, Grandpapa, I want the carp. I want the big fish. And he said, well, if I catch that big fish for you, you're gonna eat it. I said, all right, Grandpapa, I want that. I'm gonna catch the big fish like you. And he put a piece of corn on the thing, and we caught the carp. He said, now you gotta clean it and you gotta eat it. Some of y'all already know where this story is going. And so we got that carp back with the sunnies and the catfish and all the delicious tasting fish. And we had to take the damn scales off of this big monster fish. We carved that fish, because sometimes God just lets you need to find out for yourself. Some things that Grandpapa can't tell you, you need to find out for yourself. You need to experience them for yourself, so you learn that good lesson a good hard way. You learn that stove is hot, it burns the hell out you learn. We done carved that, we done got that carp all carved up. Got that sucker going to piece on the table with some succotash. And I ate that thing, and it just ate like I took a piece of boo-boo somewhere, which it was hot in the garbage in a diaper somewhere, and shoved it in my mouth. It was oily and fishy and muddy and it was disgusting. It was disgusting. And Grandpapa, being a good God that he was, he made me eat the whole damn thing. Okay? So my take on God is, God will let you learn your lessons, but he'll let you learn your lessons in a way that sometimes it might hurt you. Might give you a little diarrhea, you might need to vomit, but you're gonna learn your lesson. You know, like I think that's the only way we learn. Ooh, I told a long story, I forgot. Oh, Kentucky Fried Mama asked that. Whatever God is, it's not getting involved, right? Like I wouldn't say anything like God doesn't care. I think God cares so much. God is a creator of this simulation, creation, whatever it is, creations that create creations. And it loves us so much, it wants us to learn a real lesson. It doesn't want us to learn a fake lesson. It wants us to learn the real lesson. Last thing I'll say on that, the reason that I am clean in the bathroom and I don't pee on the floor and I make sure my aim is spot on, half the time I lean over. I lean over to make sure all of the pee-pee goes in the toilet, because I had a child as a young age when my father put me in slavery to the church and I was cleaning up the bathroom. I saw things I don't ever want to see. I don't ever want to clean. I don't want to ever oh no, I don't play when it comes to the bathroom. I don't play. No, that's the only place in my house where you have unnatural carcinogen cleaners. Bleach, Ajax, oh, it's right in that bathroom. I told y'all, you come in my house, everything is natural everywhere till you get to that bathroom. My father let me learn that lesson the good, hard way. By cleaning up nasty, filthy deacons and pastors and deaconesses and Sunday school teachers in the church bathroom. Okay? Sometimes God needs you to learn the hard lesson. The only thing that we need to focus on, I think, Kentucky Fried Moms, are we really listening? Are we really listening? Right? Are we really listening? My father let me work at Chick-fil-A. Y'all know that I worked at Chick-fil-A. I didn't have my red striped shirt. Oh yeah, I didn't work there cooking chicken. Yeah, we surprised you, right? You was cooking chicken. Bald-headed with brown skin. I think he wanted me to learn the value of the dollar. Right? I think he wanted me to learn at the age of 10, getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I got school the next day, the value of the dollar. And the worst part about that, or the value of labor, let's say that, the feeling of creation, better than that. No, let's take it better than that, because I don't want to say dollar. I think the lessons that our parents teach are probably deeper than the identities and the labels of what we had. He taught the lessons of you do the work and you feel good when you're done with it. You created something, you accomplished something. Now you can go get your G.I. Joes or whatever you want to buy. It was hard work. Oh, it was hot. I smelled like oil and chicken and my clothes in my room, and it was horrible. Carrying that basket with all the newspapers in it to deliver the papers. It was crazy. And it was my brother's paper route. So I didn't even get the whole 5 cents from the paper. Lesson in that. You got to work together as a team. So my brother got sick and he was probably 15, 16, and he couldn't deliver the papers. I had to get up and deliver the papers for him. Right? Taught a lot of things. Essential work. What is essential work to a collective? What is essential work to a family? Who is your family? Right? Hard lessons. And you learn those lessons. So anyway. All right. And this is probably going to be out of here soon because it looks like the rain is coming. And when that happens, the power goes out because that's just how it works. So true. I started working early too. And it's a good thing, Jill Johnson, but learning the value of accomplishment and labor, not the value of the dollar, not the value of what the billionaires have most of that they enslave us to, but the value of essential work. If the work has to get done, you got to do it. Got to do it. And so even though I couldn't stand my older brother, I couldn't stand him at all. I love him to death today. I still can't stand him half the time, but that's okay. I had to do what I had to do for him. I had to do what I had to do because we, as a collective family, had a social contract that we were going to make sure that we delivered the paper. Right? And I think as a human species, we got to get to that point where we realize we got hard work to do, and it's just work that has to be done. We got people all over this world that need help, and we got the help. We're just not giving them to them, right? And to go Brother Kevin again, once again, there's no reason for there to be conflict in Africa, except for Obama put AFRICOM down there. Because he was told to, not him. He doesn't get to make these decisions. Presidents don't make decisions. So I don't blame Trump for nothing. I don't blame Obama for nothing. Presidents are just staff of the United States Incorporated. But we got all the technology to end the conflicts. We're just choosing not to. We're choosing to fight each other over here, over the scraps from a billionaire's table, over their skin color, because we don't like the fact that they were given things on maybe their skin color or how history worked out, instead of just helping everybody. So I really don't get involved. I think we're a family all over this planet, whether you believe in science or religion or both. We all came from the same tribe. We're all family. We're either going to help each other with each other's paper routes or not. We're going to help each other with food or we're not. We're going to help each other with houses or we're not. We're going to keep playing Fight Club or we're going to grow the hell up. And I just believe we should grow the hell up. And I think that's an old message that God is allowing us to learn. Oop, there go the light. It just blinked. So I'm going to hit the last piece of this music because I don't like when it cuts me off because my friend's like, is he okay? Did the CIA get him? CIA ain't gonna get me. Don't have to worry about me. Don't have to worry about me. I'm not a go along to get along guy. I'm not actually. I'm in Rome, but I'm a barbarian. They don't own me. You can kill me, but that's about all you're gonna do. I'm a very obstinate person. I started my first job from pocket money at 12 as an usher in a cinema. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a privileged job, Kevin. I know. I ain't gonna let you get on by with that one. You didn't say it that one. That was privileged. Everybody wanted to work in the arcade or the movie theater. We couldn't get them jobs. No, that's a privileged job. I'm not shaming you, brother. I'm just letting you know. It was all of us, all the kids, all races, colors, sizes, shapes. Everybody wanted to get the good job. Nobody got that. We got chicken, pizza, papers, cutting grass, mowing lawn, raking leaves. We all got that. You privileged, Kevin. Not because of your skin, but because you work in the theater. That's movie theater privilege. You must know somebody. Boy, you get you something. You got a job in the theater. Oh my goodness, you didn't even have to comb your hair. All right, let me stop. I'm gonna get. Oh goodness, that wind is kicking up. Hey, Alex, what's going on? Brett, Patricia, Judith, Deborah. New bikes and old bikes. We're happy to have a bike. Yes, we were. My grandfather sometimes found good bikes in the dump and pulled them out. Yes, Deborah. Ooh, we used to play in the we used to go to the junkyard. We used to get bike pieces, go to the junkyard. People used to throw away bikes. We fix our bikes. We never got new bikes. That's a lot of wind. I'm about to get off of here because y'all about to see me get electrocuted live. I don't even want that to happen. But you know what? Maybe this is the alien invasion. Dang it, got dark out there. What's the name of that movie? War of the Worlds, where the lightning came and the aliens was coming down in lightning. It might be time for that. But then again, we got the weather weapons, and if you bored, you don't know what else to do, you want to get out there and fight white privilege, maybe you should go educate yourself on weatherengineering.org and realize that the climates are being changed. They didn't change. They're being changed. Ain Wigington, he'll tell you the truth. A lot of good truthful out there. Remember, there's a lot of good truth out there, and your government ain't never going to tell you none of it. That's not what a government is. They are the orchestrators of Fight Club. You need to keep everybody fighting. A brick in the wall, Tim's talking about. Big Fish, excellent movie. I remember the movie Hillary. I think I did. No, I'm thinking.